Well, people say you have to suffer for your art, but I think I've suffered enough. Yeah, that's comfortable. I have something to show you that isn't really talked about enough when you're making art, and that is posture. Posture, yes. It's important because there's not many ways to injure yourself when you're making art, and bad posture is one of them. So I've been gifted with a spine which is shaped a bit like a banana, and with my current drawing setup, it's causing me a bit of pain while I'm drawing. In fact, it's often preventing me from drawing. So I've come to the conclusion that this entire drawing setup has to go because it has various problems that encourage me to have the worst posture you could possibly imagine. It's not good. So the first thing I have to do is replace this desk. And I'm going to replace this rickety old high chair thing, this drafting stool, whatever it's called, with this second-hand or third-hand Herman Miller chair, which I've fixed with some cable ties. It's like meant to be a $1,000 chair, and the plastic parts still break. Nothing lasts really. Now, because I would be such a bad influence when it comes to correct posture, here is an image for a better one. I think this image is about 70% of the useful content in this video. You can watch me make an attempt to achieve it, I guess. So, the following contains my entire ergonomic journey to my current replacement desk setup. Right, so stage 1 was discovery. You discover drawing and you really enjoy it. So you spend ages hunched over any old desk or table you can find. Stage 2 for me was improvement. I realized I really did want to keep on drawing for as long as possible, so I decided to get a better desk, which in my ignorance just ended up being a fancier desk with no ergonomic improvements whatsoever. Now stage 3 is interesting because after a while I start, to get a bit of back pain, and I imagined that the best thing to get would be a drafting desk. Unfortunately, the drafting table that I got was so enormous that I basically needed to have it flat anyway, so my stuff wouldn't roll away. So I only really had the desk at quite a shallow angle, hoping that would make a difference, but I was still a hunchback, so I ended up having it flat anyway so my pens wouldn't roll off the desk. But because now I merely have a drafting board which sits on top of a regular desk, I can have a flat section and an angled section. So I'm going to make this drafting board on a much sharper angle with this little wooden stand I've made. So this is my current setup and hopefully my final stage. My back is straight and my feet are flat on the floor, as all posture should be. But I am finding that my arm is getting a bit sore as there is nothing to support it. Much like how energy can only be transferred and not created or destroyed, maybe pain is much the same. So here I am at my finished drawing setup with all my other peripherals around, like my camera tripod mount and my computer monitor for references and other distractions. It's very close to being the most comfortable setup I've ever had. But it's not the most comfortable setup that I could have. No. That would probably be me lying on my back on big cushions like so, with a drawing board positioned somewhere here. And then I would have perhaps a camera just here to see what I'm doing, and then maybe a VR headset just here. And the camera would feed into the VR headset. That would be extremely comfortable, as my body would be in a very low energy state, and the only effort I would have to do is just to move my arm around. Perhaps even the drawing board could be digital and then fed directly into the VR environment. Of course, I would have to use a VR headset to detach myself from the nasty reality of what I've actually done to myself. Because of course, once I've achieved absolute comfort while also doing what I love, I will have no reason to go anywhere. Yes, I'll just stay there, probably forever, with pipes running into my body and to keep me alive in some horrible, horrific, science fiction style VR life support system dungeon. But this is pretty good. My back is still a little sore though.